Hi guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Wednesday, July 25th, and I am here today with my how I plan to stay on track while on my Alaskan Cruise video. It's a super catchy title. I'll work on that before I actually post the video. But basically, I just wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit about what I plan to kind of bring with me to help me stay as much on plan as possible, and then some of my rules and guidelines I'm setting for myself to help me just manage everything while still enjoying myself on vacation. So the first thing that I am planning to bring is, of course, my vitamins. So I bought these little pill packets from like a Walgreens, basically a drugstore, and you can tell I just put the date. So this is my August 4th pill package, and it's just got all of my vitamins here for the day. So my multivitamins, my biotin, my calcium, my fish oil, and my probiotic. I just have all of those in here. I like this because my pill cases are a little bit big and bulky, and so that just takes up a lot more space, and so this is a little bit more discreet. So I have all of these, and I have this like giant gallon plastic bag that I'm putting all of this stuff in, so it's like kind of all together. So vitamins taken care of. The other thing I'm actually planning to bring are Premier Protein. So I basically drink a Premier Protein every single day with my coffee. I don't usually eat food until like by mouth. Well, how else do I eat food? I don't usually eat food that I chew, I guess, until lunch. So I have like a liquid breakfast that helps kind of manage my hunger, and 30 grams of protein with my Premier Protein will help me hit my goals. So I am bringing Premier Proteins. I'm bringing one for every day I'm on the cruise. So I think I'm bringing 7. Mostly the caramel flavor, and I think a couple vanilla, just because I like the chocolate, but I find, especially if I'm adding it to like drip coffee, it is sometimes not sweet enough, and I'm not counting on them to have sweetener for me. So Premier Proteins. In addition to those, I'm bringing 3 little things of protein powder. So I'm bringing this package of, this is a single scoop of the Syntrax chocolate, like chocolate truffle. So chocolate Premier Protein, it's a scoop. I also have an actual nice little bag of the vanilla bean equivalent, so this is the same brand. And then I'm bringing a Quest salted caramel. I find that the Quest protein powders are not great shaken. They get a little grainy, so we'll see if this is any better than the vanilla. But I'm bringing 3 of these, so these will be good ones. These are ones that I can either mix with coffee if I need to, or I can just drink them straight. So if I find myself short on protein one day, or just not hungry but wanting to get some protein in, I have these. I find the Premier Proteins are a little bit too synthetic and sweet for me to drink on their own without coffee to cut out that taste. So that's why I'm bringing some of those 4 times if I want to do it without coffee. Other water things, I am bringing a little package here of water enhancers. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 of them. I just grabbed kind of like 1 of each flavor I have. A couple of these have electrolytes. A couple of these have caffeine. I have no problems drinking water plain, but I don't know what the water quality is going to be like. To be honest, I'm really picky with my water. Some bottled waters I can't stand the taste of, and I don't know what the tap water situation is going to be like, if that's good to drink. So if they've got weird flavors, if the water has like minerals that taste gross to me, these will help mask it. So I'm bringing these just in case, and sometimes you just need something, a little bit of variety. I'm also bringing a squeezy thing of the Pear Acai Dasani drops. This is one of my favorite flavors. It's super good, and I know a lot of people use it for like vodka waters, and then they add a little bit of this. So I mean, I'm not planning to get trashed on the cruise, but I'm not discounting it either. I'm also bringing protein bars because, again, I want to, I'll talk a little bit later about what my goals are, but I want to make sure I'm still hitting my protein goals. Sometimes if I am, we're out doing excursions, Some of the excursions, they're like, we'll feed you, and I don't want to necessarily trust that they're going to have a lot of great options for me. So these are really easy for me to take with me on the go, or if I need a sweet treat at the end of the night and I don't want to indulge in something less macro-friendly, I can grab one of these. So I'm bringing 7. I'm bringing 1 for each day. I don't think I'll need all 7 of these. I might not even need any of them, but it's better safe than sorry. And yeah, so I'm bringing a variety. I've got a dive bar in sea salt caramel pretzel. I've got a power crunch bar that is a little bit smushed in cookies and cream. I have a Fit Joy bar in chocolate chip cookie dough. I have a lean bar in lemon meringue. I have a Carb Killa by Grenade, the peanut nutter. I have the Robert Irving Fit Crunch bar in chocolate peanut butter, and the Atkins chocolate peanut butter pretzel bar. So let's see. These 4 I have had before. I have had these 3 in other flavors and enjoyed them. So we will see what happens, but I'm bringing those. And then as far as other food items go, I'm just bringing a couple more items in case I want something salty. So I'm bringing 2 little 1-ounce, single serving packages of these Enlightened Bean Crisps, just because sometimes I get a salty, crunchy urge, and I doubt they're gonna have really salty, crunchy options that are low carb. So just in case I get like a hankering. And then I think I'm planning, I think as well, to bring some of this jerky. This is a 3-ounce bag, so 3 servings. Again, another thing I can bring with me. Sometimes you just don't want something sweet, you want something savory. So this is also, you know, shelf stable that I can bring. So that is pretty much all of the food I'm bringing. There are 2 more items though that I want to mention really quickly. The first is my blender bottle. So I wanted to bring a water bottle. Water is always the hardest thing for me to do on a vacation. I don't know how accessible it will be, but I'll have my blender bottle with me that I can refill throughout the day. And then I also will have, I love this thing, it has like a little screw bottom where I can store my shaker ball. So if I want to use those protein powders, I've got my bottle with me right here. So this is like 16-ounce shaker bottle. And then the last thing I'm gonna mention really quickly is my little pocket scale. So it's this little scale. It's the size of like a phone or a deck of cards, and I love this. I take this to restaurants a lot. I don't use it as much anymore. You can usually pretty easily gauge, or you know, I'm getting better at being able to eat until I'm full and not over past that point. But this is really helpful if I want to measure out some dense protein. I want to see how much I'm eating, or if I want to even measure out like a single serving of something less good for me, so I don't totally binge on it. So I bring this with me. I might not use it, but it's really nice to have on hand. So yeah, those are the things I'm planning to bring to help me stay on track. I'm not going to go over in like the rest of my suitcase, but those are pretty much all of the weight loss related items. I am also bringing workout clothing, so I'm bringing my tennis shoes, my sports bra, some pants, a couple shirts, and the reason I'm doing that is part of my goals. So my goals, rules, guidelines, what have you, for staying on track while I'm in Alaska, not in Alaska, well, yes, on the cruise through Alaska. I wanted to set some guidelines. So the first one is that I want to work out in the gym 2 to 3 times during this cruise. So I leave Saturday at 4 p.m. and then I get back the following Saturday at 7 a.m. So I'm about 6.5 days that I'll be gone. While we're traveling, that first day, so back up a little bit. I've mentioned in previous videos, I work out Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays, but I've been really bad about doing that for like the past month. But generally, like my gym days are Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Now, for my cruise, sorry, I'm kind of like antsy a little bit, so I'm moving a bit. But on the cruise, the first day, Sunday, is the entire day is at sea. So we don't have any stops, which means there is plenty of time for me to hit the gym. So that's perfect. Sunday's when I'm supposed to be working out. I won't have anything else to do that day except for, you know, enjoy myself. I'm going to do so much reading. I'm so excited. But so my plan is to for sure work out Sunday. And then I went through my itinerary, and on Tuesday, when I normally work out, we're going to be, that's a day where we're kind of sailing through Glacier Bay. So we don't have any stops, but for the whole day from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., we'll be cruising through, and like there'll be stuff to see. But because it's like such a long time and we are just cruising through, there should be plenty of time in there for me to get in a workout at some point. I prefer to work out in the mornings, so I can kind of work out first thing and then hit the decks to see the glaciers. And then based on my itinerary, the best other day for me to work out will be on Friday, as we are going to be at sea all day until 6 p.m. So Friday is also, so I'm thinking I'm going to work out Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. That's my tentative plan, but I just don't know what it's going to be like. So for sure, I'm thinking Sunday. The other 1 to 2 other times will TBD. In addition to like planned exercise, I really want to just have a goal of walking everywhere. I don't want to set a specific step goal because again, I've never been on a cruise. I don't know how big the ship is. I don't know how much walking to expect, but my goal is to get as many steps in as possible. Sorry if you can hear the sirens outside. But yeah, walk everywhere. Don't take elevators or escalators or anything like that. Try to move my body. We're doing a lot of different excursions, but a lot of those excursions are sitting. You know, we're in a plane, we're in a boat, so try to move my body as much as possible. My sub kind of goal is I'd like to, for my Fitbit, it has a goal that you move every hour while you're awake for 250 steps an hour. So I'll try to get as many of those as I can. So some other now food-related goals. I am not going to worry about calories too much on the trip. Beyond, I'm going to be paying attention to them and I'm not going to like go crazy, but I do want to hit my protein goal. So my protein goal is the main thing I want to hit. I want to get at least 80 grams of protein. I'm going to be making a macro video later on about kind of what my macros are now. But currently I try to get 90 grams. I'm going to lower that to 80. That's my surgeon's recommendation. So I want to get at least 80 grams of protein in a day while I am out. And related to that, I am going to be tracking all of my food. I know it won't necessarily be super accurate depending on what I'm eating. I'm not preparing it myself, etc. But I do want to be aware of what I'm eating. I just want to kind of see. So as much as I can, I do will still be tracking all of my food. Also, I like that streak on MyFitnessPal. I ain't giving that up. So I'm tracking all of my food and I want to at least hit 80 grams of protein every day and keep everything else reasonable, but I'm not going to sweat staying within my macros for other things. Additionally, I will be drinking on this cruise more than I normally do because I don't drink very often. So my parameters around this are that if I'm going to be drinking something other than wine or liquor, like a vodka water, I don't like soda, I don't like carbonation, so like if I'm drinking something else, something that has more calories than just the alcohol, then I'm only going to allow myself to have one of those kinds of drinks a day. So essentially I can have one cocktail a day, and beyond that, if I want to drink more, I'm going to have to stick to wine or to like hard liquor, either just straight or with water, and I can add flavoring or whatever. Again, I don't plan to be going super hard, and I think wine is probably what I'll be sticking to most of the trip anyways, but sometimes I do like to try cocktails, and those tend to have sugar, and I don't want to let myself go too crazy with that. The other thing is, if I am going to allow myself to have a little bit more carbs than I normally do, try new things, but I'm allowing myself one dessert a day as long as I split it. So I can split one dessert a day if I would like to, or dessert type of item. It doesn't have to be for dessert. It could be for breakfast if I want, but it's one item a day and I have to split that item, which shouldn't be a problem because I'm going with my stepmom, who's also kind of watching her weight, and she doesn't eat a ton either. So I think she'll be more than amenable to splitting things, which works great. I want to be prioritizing protein, sticking to that protein first mantra, and if I want to try sides or other things, I'm going to allow myself to do that, but I want to just stick to a bite of those things, and really, again, focusing on getting in that protein. So yeah, those are kind of my main goals for how I'm planning to stay on track for the cruise. I am looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Like I said many times in this video, I have not been on a cruise before. I really don't know what to expect, so I'm kind of going in blind, but I will, hopefully my plan is to make another video once I get back, letting you know how these plans went for me, how I did on my goals, etc. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later.